Welcome to another episode of PC Building Simulator. If you remember from last episode, and if you haven't seen that episode, I'll put a little thing up in the right-hand corner you can click on and go check that episode out. But in the last episode, we had an issue with this PC saying that we needed to replace the hard drive, and we did replace the hard drive. So I think I figured out what was wrong, and I went back and after recording the last episode, I watched the video. And the email for this said that it had an NVMe drive in it. And it was one exactly. It wasn't this one, but it was one exactly like this gigabyte drive. And as you can see right here, it straight up says it doesn't fit. So I think it's more of a typo. Maybe the game should say replace the SSD or something. But Gigabyte also has this one. I think it's, I mean, if you look at the PCB on it, it's the same blue color. I think it's just the same thing without the RGB cover on it. This fits. So we can pop this in here, hopefully. Right here. Kind of goes under the motherboard, so you can't even see where it is. But if you noticed up in the corner, that fixed the replace the hard drive issue. So let's power this up real quick. We'll hop into the BIOS. Let's change our boot drive to the M.2. Let's let this thing, it's probably going to install the OS again. And we should be good. So it was just more confusing than anything, but I believe we are good to go. Now let's get this thing out in the hallway. What a headache that was. Oh my goodness. Let's go in here, get to the email. I don't even remember which one it is. You're able to fix something. Here we go. So yeah, over here in the previous email, like I said, I probably popped something up earlier, but it was showing an M.2 drive that doesn't fit. So let's go ahead and collect that one. We get our 5 stars. Excellent. And we can move on with getting some stuff done for today. So let's start with this fix here. It says something's definitely broken. Can you diagnose what's wrong with it? There was this really bad burning smell, and now it won't turn on. In terms of time, can you get it finished in 8 days? You like cable modding? I saw some great braided purple ones the other day. Heard you guys put used parts in PCs. Please don't do that. So let's go ahead and accept that one. I feel there was a fix. I was going through here. One that was due tomorrow. Oh, we got some new parts. Oh, we got the i9 9980XE. Very nice. So let's do this one. It says, hello, can you repair my rig? Can you have a look at it for me? I have no idea what's wrong. Sometimes it just locks up when I try to turn it on. It's the PSU, right? I've got to have it done by tomorrow. I've never cleaned it out. Is that okay? It's not as quick as it used to be. So we're going to get a dusty and virus-filled PC. No telling what's actually wrong with it. So let's go ahead and accept that one. And then let's do a build. Let's see. Maybe. Let's do this one. It says, hey, would you be able to build me a new computer? Let's go big and custom water cool the whole PC. You think you get that all done in 8 days? Heard you guys put used parts in PCs. Please don't do that. Have you heard of Raijintek? They're meant to be pretty good. So for $3,750, they want a completely water-cooled PC. I think we can build something for them that'll be really nice. So let's go ahead and accept that one. Let's get our shop opened up. Let's also open up the custom water cooling shop. I'm going to step away, get some parts put in the cart for this build, and I will be right back. For this custom water-cooled PC, we're going to go with the MSI MPG Z390 Gaming Pro Carbon motherboard, an i7 9700K, 2 sticks of Trident Z, 8 gig, 3200 megahertz, 2 terabyte hard drive, 240 gig M.2 drive, 650 watt power supply, and we're going to put that in the Raijintek ZOFOS EVO case. For the water cooling parts, we're going to go with a Raijintek block, 2 360mm radiators, an EK reservoir, and a EK GTX 1080 RGB. So let's go ahead and buy all of this for next day delivery. Get the stuff in our shop. We should have repairs coming in as well. If I accepted them. That one's in transit. That one's in transit. And we accepted that. Perfect. All right, let's go into our day. We can get in our parts and our repairs, and we can get to work. Go to work. All right. Oh, must have ordered something off of PC Bay. Let's grab these fixes. Let's get these things up on a workbench. Oh my. I can already tell that thing is a dusty beast. Look at that. People just don't take care of their stuff. And then we will get this build. Look at the size of that case. Get this post-it note. We will stick it over here on that workbench. Let's start with this one that isn't too blasted dusty. Or maybe it's not dusty at all. Let's get this side panel off. See if we can figure out what we're working with. Does it power on? No juice. All right. Let's get this case taken apart. I think I'll pull the power supply out first. They don't have the back panel on this thing. All right. Let's uncable all of this. Might be the one. I'll have to go check the email. One of them wanted some purple cables, I believe. Let's see here. Power supplies. A broken... Oh, we should get rid of that broken one. Got a broken Corsair RM 550X, so let's go put one of those in our cart. Maybe. Come on, go to the shopping cart. Power supply. RM 550X. Add that to the cart. I'm going to toss in just one of these we have sitting around, I think. Grab a used one. Grab this one. Let's cable this up with just whatever. Let's see if that fixes all the problems. Just in case we need to order some other parts, I want to get all of our parts ordered at once. That looks like it's been fixed. So, let's get these cables out of here. We'll get this power supply out of here as well. So we will order that power supply for that one. Let's take a look at this dusty monster. See if we can figure out what's going on with it. Let's get our compressed air out first. Let's clean this thing out a little bit. This thing needs a garden hose more than it needs compressed air. There we go. Well, almost. Is there any more dust hiding around? Okay. This one doesn't power on either. Let's get this side panel taken off, and let's see. If it is the power supply. Take a look here. So a broken Supernova 750 T2. Don't think I have a new one of those in stock, but let's pop this one in. Let's recable everything. Let's see if this fixes the problem. May just have two computers with bad power supplies. I think this one probably had some, yeah, this one has some viruses on it, so we'll get to that in just a moment. Let's uncable everything. Let's go order one of these EVGA 750 watt power supplies for that one. 750. There we go. Let's do same day delivery. Buy all that stuff now. Let's take a look at this email. See which one of these somebody wanted. So E. Gibbs wants some braided purple cables. This one just wants whatever cables he had. So E. Gibbs. So this one, he wants some purple cables. So let's get these red ones out of here. Let's get his new power supply in. There's the Corsair. Let's cable this thing up. I have braided purple, ribbon braided plain purple. Cable this thing up with some purple cables. Make sure it powers up, and we should be able to put this back together. I think I'm gonna have to turn it off though. Let's get the PSU mount on. Then we can get these side panels installed. And then we can put this thing out in the hallway. All right, let's go back to this one. Let's get their new power supply put in. This one's getting the, not the used one. Let's sell off these broken ones though. They're just cluttering up the inventory. We'll get the new 750 watt put in here. And then they've got purple cable. Oops, not what I wanted. I want to cable this up. They've got purple cables, but I believe theirs are the sleeved plastic. Let's get this all cabled up. Got everything. Let's get a USB drive installed in here. Let's power this sucker on. Let's get our virus scanner installed. And we'll see how many viruses this computer has. All right. 534. Nice. Don't think I've had one with over 500 or I guess over 600. I usually hit in the 500s on them. I'd like to see one that gets over 600 viruses. That'd be cool. Or maybe 1,000. Be pretty cool too. All right, let's get these side panels put back on, and we can get this one out into the hallway. We can get started on our build for today. It's gonna be a fun build. Got two 360mm radiators in this thing. Let's get this case taken apart. We gotta take all kinds of parts off of it. These all these drive bays need to go. Get those out of our way. These fans need to go. Oh, that thing needs to go. That drive bay needs to go. That needs to go. I'm just gonna completely disassemble this case. All right. Let's get the motherboard in here. Got the MSI MPG Z390 Gaming Pro Carbon. Get that all screwed down. Let's get this thing ready for RAM and CPU. Go ahead and get those installed. Let's do fits this PC. Got the 9700K going in, and we've got 2 sticks of G-Skill Trident Z 8 gig 3200 megahertz. Very nice. All right, let's get some thermal paste on there. And we can go ahead and get our CPU block installed. Go down here, we'll get this. I've never built with any of these Raijintek parts. So let's get that CPU block on there. Cool. All right. While we're at it, let's go ahead. Let's get our radiators in, because these are some thick boys. I mean, look at the thickness on that. Then we got another one. Got another one we're going to put up top. We got two of these monsters in here. This ought to be the coolest computer, temperature-wise, in town. All right, let's get some storage in here next. We've got the Corsair MP500 M.2 drive. We're just going to put it right here. And let's go ahead and get their C8 Barracuda drive in as well. All right. Let's go back over here. Let's get our reservoir installed. We've got this EK short little res that's right here. Really nice. Get this thing ready for the GPU. We'll get that in next. We've got the EK 1080 Plexi RGB. There we go. I think this thing is just about ready. Cable up. We just need to get our power supply put in. It's the 650 watt. Get that screwed down, and we can go ahead and start cabling this thing up. Let's see what we want to do for cables. Maybe some white and purple. Do some white and purple. Get everything cabled up here. Then we can start working on our tubing. Let's see. Let's get some... haven't used any of this nickel yet. Use some nickel, and then let's use some purple fittings. See if I can see... Let's say in. So that's out. Let's start there. Come up here. Make a little adjustment to that. Except that one. Zoom back out a little bit. Actually, let's see. Does this say in or out on either one of those? I do not see anything. So let's go from there to the top one. Let's, I don't know. Can we make this look a little bit better? Just want it straight. What is going on? This thing is nuts. I just want it straight from the block, straight up, straight into this corner. Just doesn't want to work with me. There we go. Now let's see if we can fix that. And then let's pull it back just a little bit. There we go. That's all I wanted. All right, let's go from the block up to that radiator. See if we can make this one a little straighter. That'll work for me. All right, then we'll go from this radiator to the GPU. Straighten that out as well. And then finally we'll go from the GPU back to the reservoir. I don't hate that line, but Guess it'd be nice if it was a little straight. At an angle, but that works. That works. Okay, let's put some coolant in there. Let's see. We'll do some pink. Pink opaque looks a lot like the purple wires and purple fittings. I don't know why the purple is too dark. This pink looks really nice. So we're going to let that run through. While we wait on that, let's go ahead. Let's put a USB drive in. Let's put some of these parts back on this PC. Get the top panel on. Go ahead and get the front panel. And then the other front panel. Let's see, let's do this PSU shroud, which goes here. And get this backside, this side panel. It's not a back side, it's just the other side. Get that side panel installed. Missing cables. Oh, yep, we got to wire up the power button. Maybe. Can I click on... There we go. Are there any other parts? No, let's leave the side panel off for a minute. Let's power this on. Oh my, look at the colors. I'll have to fix that. Let's hop into the BIOS real quick though. Let's turn our XMP on. Let's make sure we're booting from the right drive. We'll install the OS. We'll put our lighting app on. We'll adjust some lights. And we'll get this thing out in the hall. All right. Let's make everything that purple color. Maybe. See. Yep, that's what I wanted. Looks pretty good. These are flashing, but I think it's just the fan, because if you get the right angle, they stop flashing. Alright, let's put the side panel on. Whoops. Not what I meant to hit. Side panel is kind of reflective, but man, I think it turned out really nice. So let's get this thing out in the hall. Let's collect some money. Let's collect that fix. And then we had this fix. Only 4 stars. All right. And then we had this build. Let's collect that one. 5 stars. That's what I like to see. Got some PC Bay deals. Look at how close we are to level 30. Maybe next episode. Maybe next episode will be level 30. I'm going to end this episode here. If you enjoyed this episode, please be sure to give it a thumbs up. And if you haven't done so already, hit that subscribe button and ring the bell so you get notified as soon as one of my videos goes live. Hope you have a wonderful rest of your day, and I will see you in the next episode.